Hello, the internet of the internet. Welcome back to another One Piece video, and in this video, we will be talking about Crosscut and what is next for Crosscut. Because I can't lie, I've been hoping to see Crosscut, but we got nothing from Crosscut so far. And Oda have not really shown Crosscut a lot, and they didn't appear in the story in quite a long time. So in this video we will be talking about what is Oda hiding, what will Oda do with Crosscut. So this video is about what is next for Crosscut, and we'll be talking about every situation that Oda could do and every story that Oda can tell with Crosscut. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please like the video and please subscribe. But let's start off with the thing, and let's start off, who is Crosscut? What is Crosscut? And Crosscut, yeah, they are a Yonko crew, but they are more a business than a crew. And let me explain it. Like Crosscut, they have flipped the table around. Crosscut, they have put bounties on Marines and using a star system, and each star is like a bill. I believe one star is equal to 1 bill, and a crown is equal to 100,000 berries. So we know that Crosscut has this bounty system for the Marines, and you don't have to be part of the crew to go get the bounty claim. You can be anybody. You can be a bounty hunter. You can be another pirate. You can even be another Marine that you're sellout. So we know that Crosscut is more business than a normal traditional pirate crew, and we know that Buggy being the face of Crosscut and being the captain, but we all know he's not the captain. The real captain is Mihawk, the greatest to ever live, the greatest to ever do it. Welcome, and please join the Mihawk religion. Please join the court of the Mihawk glaze, because thanks ate too much glaze and we need to start glazing Mihawk. But back to the video and subscribe. So we know that what I was saying earlier, that Crosscut is more business than a crew, because even though Buggy is the captain, Buggy's goal is to become king of the pirate, while Mihawk and Crocodile, they don't give a crap about becoming king of the pirate, and they don't care about being in a race to become king. And both of them, they don't want to be captain of the crew, and they're using Buggy to be the face and to be the voice, because Buggy is a very influenced person, and with Buggy can help Crocodile and Mihawk to lay low and to use Buggy as like a scapegoat, basically. With Buggy, can't lie, he's happy with it. He is happy to go along with it. So them being business more than crew, that's what we know for a fact. But it is still weird that Mihawk is the strongest swordsman in the world, and Mihawk is probably the bodyguard of the crew, while Crocodile is the strategist. He is a planner, and Crocodile is actually the main person that's actually making the business plan with the bounties, because we know for a fact Crocodile, he is a very smart human being. He's like brain-wise. Crocodile, he wants to benefit the most without doing anything, which we know from from the arc where Crocodile had to fought Luffy. I forgot that arc name, but we know that Crocodile was looking for a weapon, for one of the agent weapon, because we know that Crocodile wants to get ahead in life without doing anything, and Crocodile want an easy life, and we know Crocodile really love the money. And Buggy is somehow the Yonko, the leader, the captain of the crew. The main weapon, they flipped the script and started putting bounties on Marines for the first time in history. Marines are being hunted by pirates, but here's the problem: 3 people is not enough to take on the world government. So this is one direction where I can see Oda, have to go through. And is that CrossGod have to recruit some new people. And here is some names that I believe Oda could potentially put characters in CrossGod. One of them could be Kid. Kid could join CrossGod after getting destroyed, after getting absolutely embarrassed by Shanks the Rat. Kid's crew is gone, his pride is shattered, and he's looking for a way to get back into the fight. CrossGod could give him a place to rebirth his power and aim for revenge against the Yonko. Kid's heart and head for hated for the world government matched perfectly with Crocodile's goals. Do I see Kid being part of CrossGod? Yes and no, because I don't know. Kid, to me, he seems like his pride is way too much to listen to Crocodile, to allow Buggy to be the captain. So I don't see Kid being part of CrossGod, but I can see Kid working with CrossGod. That's something that could happen. What about Law? Law is another person, because Law is smart. He's more a longer, but after his battle with Blackbeard, he might need protection. If CrossGod offer him resource to rebirth the Heartbite, Law might work with them, but long term he's probably leaving once he's strong enough again. So I feel like Law and Kid is in the same situation. They would work with CrossGod for a little bit, but for long term they will leave. Once they bird enough, once Law and Kid get enough power, and once they get the footing once again, I can see them leaving CrossGod, but I can still see them working alongside them. Now, CrossGod, for now, they are just warlords that's working together. So there's 3 or 2 warlords that is still unknown, and those warlords can 100% work with CrossGod. One of them being Boa Hancock, because Boa Hancock got destroyed. Her island got attacked by Blackbeard and Marines, which the Marines are still hunting, Boa. So I feel like Boa, she has 2 options, where she can go and look for Luffy or goes on CrossGod. But I feel like she will join Luffy and she will become an ally to the Straw Hats, because Rayleigh is with Boa, and I don't feel like Rayleigh would allow Boa to go to, CrossGod. I feel like Rayleigh would try to aim to help Boa to go get Luffy and to become an ally. That's something. But there's other 2 people, 100% I can see them being in CrossGod, and that's been Doflamingo and Weevil. And now here come the other part of the video where Oda can go to. So I feel like there have to be an Impel Down part 2 breakout. I feel like that's going to happen, and I feel like CrossGod will be the one to break into Impel Down and to break people out of Impel Down. And I feel like Crocodile being smart enough, I feel like you would say to Mihawk and to Buggy, and you'd be the one to start the plan and get into the heads and saying that, hey, we are not enough. We can't fight against Shanks' crew. We can't fight against Blackbeard's crew. We can't even fight against Luffy's crew. It's only the 2 of us, Crocodile and Mihawk, that can fight. Buggy cannot fight at all. The crew, even though Buggy and Yonko have the biggest crew, maybe Mihawk would agree, saying that this crew, we have the most crewmates, but they're not strong enough. We have quantity over quality, and I feel like they would talk about we need stronger people on our crew. And Crocodile is saying, yes, we do need stronger people, but we also need a smarter person and somebody to help them to get into the black market in the world of One Piece. Because I feel like even though Crocodile have good hands in the black market. I feel like he isn't the base and he doesn't know everything about the black market. So I feel like they might go to Impa Down for 2 things or 3 things. One of them is to get Doflamingo, because Doflamingo is Joker. He is the king of the black market, and Dofi was known as the most influenced person in the black market, more than Cairo, more than other Yonkos, more than other warlords. So Crocodile, knowing that Dofi is the best person business wise to have, because Dofi knows the black market, he knows how to influence the black market. So I feel like CrossCode will go to Impa Down to get Doflamingo and to get Weevil, which I feel like they view Weevil as another person that can protect them and can be a bodyguard to the CrossCode, and can be somebody that they can also rely on with power, because you cannot always rely on Mihawk, because Mihawk got other things to do, like fighting others, swordmen, fighting against Zoro, and they cannot always rely on Miko, even though they should, because Mihawk is the greatest. He's better than Shanks. They should put the whole eggs into Mihawk basket. But I understand sometimes you need another strong person to back up Mihawk, and I feel like that can be Weevil. Having Weevil and Mihawk as a bodyguard, I feel like that's a good thing to have, and I can't lie, those two working together could be very dangerous. So having Weevil for another bodyguard as the muscle of the group, then having Dofi as the king of the black market, then recruiting other strong pirate in Impa Down. What did Blackbeard done when Blackbeard they went into Impa Down and recruit some strong pirates? I feel like CrossCode might do the same, and actually they should do the same. So I can see Oda can take CrossCode, they can go with CrossCode, getting Weevil, getting Dofi. Hell, they can even go to Impa Down and break them out of Impa Down, and I feel like that's something that Oda would do with CrossCode. But what are other things that Oda can do with CrossCode? Well, they need an island, right? They need their own territory in the new world. We could see them claim a former Yonko territory, maybe part of Big Mom's or Kaido's, but I don't feel like they would try to take Kaido's and Big Mom territory, because to my knowledge, the only territory that Big Mom and Kaido have, Big Mom had Fishman Island, but then Luffy took that island as his territory. So now Fishman Island is Luffy's territory, and Whole Cake Island, even though that was Big Mom's main island and she's now gone, I feel like the former and old Big Mom's crew, I feel like Katakuri have taken over and now is new captain of Big Mom's old crew. I feel like Katakuri and is still on the island and still protecting the island as his own territory, while Kaido's territory is Wano and Luffy the Toucan Wano. And I don't see CrossCode would try to steal another people's territory, but I can see CrossCode going to Dressrosa. I can see that happen. I can see Dofi telling CrossCode, I want a little bit of payback, and let's go get Dressrosa back. Or Dofi being Dofi, he completely does not care anymore. Like, completely does not care. So I don't see CrossCode really going for any territory. I feel like CrossCode is just like a moving battleship at the moment. Maybe going to war with the Marines could happen. The bounty system on the Marines means they are heading for a full-blown war. Could they take down the Admiral next? Kizaru, Fustora, it's not possible because they have Mihawk, Mihawk. So I can see, CrossGod fighting an Admiral soon, but I feel like CrossGod won't go look for the fight. I feel like the Admirals will go look for CrossGod rather than CrossGod go for the Admirals, because I feel like the Admirals will just see CrossGod as very annoying and they should take them out as fast as possible. And CrossGod, the end of the story, I can see CrossGod walking with Blackbeard or walking with Straw Hats. But most likely, I do believe that CrossGod is most likely to help Straw Hat if it's like a massive pirate war between Straw Hats and the Blackbeards. I do see CrossGod would rather go with Straw Hats than Blackbeard. And if it's a war between the Marines and the Straw Hats, CrossGod is 100% taking Straw Hat's side. Another thing that could happen is internal conflict. Crocodile and Mihawk are using Buggy, but how long until that get old? Buggy could accidentally rise as a true Yonko game, or the group could just import, and Mihawk leave to fight Zoro, and Crocodile also leave to start a whole new business. So that could happen. One of my predictions, CrossGod will become one of the top power in the final war against the world government. They could fight alongside the Straw Hats, Blackbeard, or the Revolution Army, but only if their interests align. Prediction 2, Buggy, super dumb luck, keep saving them. You will probably lead assaults against the Celestial Dragon without even realizing it, becoming a hero in the eyes of the Celestial, and not the Celestial, but to the world as a thing. So what I was saying, if you guys did not understand me, I was saying that if Buggy and the Straw Hats came together to form an alliance to take down the Celestial and the world government, Buggy's super dumb luck, somehow on the newspaper it will be reported that Buggy destroyed the team, and Buggy was the one to plan out the downfall of the Celestial and the world government, and people will just see Buggy as a god and as a I can see that happen. Another prediction, Mihawk eventually leaving for his long-awaited duel with Zoro, weaken CrossGod power. Prediction 4, Crocodile could end up with the real Yonko after all turning CrossGod into his personal empire. So CrossGod is one of the biggest mystery in One Piece right now. While they rise as the king of the pirate world, or will they collapse under their own chaos? A war with the Marines is coming. A pleasant break might be next, and with wild cards like Kid Law and maybe even Doflamingo in the mix, the final saga is about to get way crazier. Let me know your theory down below. Do you think Kid and Law would ever join CrossGod? And who else do you want to see break out of Impel Down? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all next time. Goodbye.